You know, there was a time when ordinary people in all walks of life used to look at products being advertised by manufacturers, and either you'd say nothing or you'd say, wow, that looks pretty cool. That was a long time ago. And now, that's not what happens. Now, what happens is you advertise products. In this case, I advertise this work light to what I think are, you know, regular, normal, intelligent mechanics. And you just try to find out what's wrong with the product instead of trying to find out what's right with the product. You can't wait to make an arrogant comment on social media that more or less says, look how clever I was. I made fun of that product. Now like my post. It seems like that's what happens. And in the meantime, what happens is you don't notice what's right in front of you. Sometimes somebody has a really cool product, like a work light, that accepts batteries that you already own, like a Milwaukee M12 battery that powers your impact guns and your electric ratchets, or a DeWalt 12 volt, or a Snap-on 14.4. Some of you are Snap-on junkies. And I know you have Astro flip lights and you have Night Buddy, but I have them too, and I use them for many years. But they don't cut it for all situations. And when you have a situation like they're so numerous, it's just not a few. There's hundreds, thousands of situations, and let's say you have to work on an alternator and put a bracket back on an alternator. Wouldn't it be nice if you had a light that was long and slender, and it had all kinds of crazy articulation where you could put it at any angle or any pitch? And imagine if you could just take it and put it down next to the alternator. Imagine if you could just put it next to the alternator and then turn it on, and then have 1,300 lumens of light, and that light can just sit wherever you put it, and you can turn it at any angle, 180 degrees, 90 degrees, like that, any depth, go all the way down, put it an inch from a pulley or a couple of inches from a pulley. Or take the light and let's say you got to work behind the engine, put it behind the engine, okay? And then take your hand off it and it stays there. So it's kind of hard to believe that there's mechanics out there that would find fault with this light. And I've learned how to ignore those faults, and I realized that it wasn't the product and it wasn't me. It was just that these people that make these arrogant comments, I read up, and there was a study done, and just about all of you were bullied in middle school and got wedgies. And another large majority had small genitalia. But the majority of the professionals can see the value in this light. But a lot of you see the value in trying to knock it down or make fun of, find a problem with what it cost, and tell me that it's going to break in the first time it drops. And by the way, this light that you're seeing does have a lifetime warranty. You only pay for it once. And this is one of 4 lights. But imagine being able to put a light. That would be silly to have a light like that you don't have to hold. I mean, because your Astro flip light, you don't ever have a situation where that doesn't fit somewhere, right? I know. The imbeciles won't admit to that because they don't want to think that somebody came up with something that's really cool. So they're going to say that their Night Buddy that they wear on their head or their Astro flip light is tons better. So I'm sorry that you were bullied so badly in middle school. You'll get it past it someday. And the other thing, well, maybe you'll get past that too. But this is Goose-Grip, mechanics work light, and it's available on Goose-Grip.com. It's not a cheap light. So if those of you that still have your communion money, this light's not for you, okay? But if you're a professional and you see this light and you really take your profession seriously and you like to be efficient and save time and ultimately make the most amount of money, and you make the most amount of money by being able to do your job smoother with less interference, well, then this is the light for you. So let's say we just did coils and plugs back there. Now let's go down and do a water pump. Okay. Anyway, this is the Goose-Grip vacuum suction plate. It's available on Goose-Grip.com. There's 3 other lights there. Go take a look. I think you'll be very impressed. There's lots more videos and pictures of me using this light and the other 3 lights in all varying situations. Anyway, I'm out.